Ndị be anyị asị m ka ụbọchị nketa mara na anyị mma, asị m ka nke onye chikwelu ya zelu. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Eastern News 24 bụ ebe anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasara maka ihe na-eme na obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasara maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Dịka o si dị, ọ bụrụ na ya bụ ụbọchị izi gị ị na-agafete n'iru akwụkwọ afọ chanel anyị, kaba alụ ka ị sọbskraibụ and turn on your notification. Maka gịnị? Anyị na-etinyekwanụ update daily gbasara maka ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, gbasara maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Dịka o si dị, ihe wetara unu n'iru akwụkwọ bụ ife anyị na-akpọkwa evening tea ka anyị ji maka ya, ka anyị ji mara ya. Anyị na-akpọ ya evening tea. Ife a bụ Biafran Prime Minister in exile were ife were ịgwa ụmụ Igbo. Unu ga-esi ya bụ ife n'ụdị nke gị, ị ga-esi ya bụ ife ịkaba alụ kwuo efe ichelu gbasara maka ihe ndị a niile Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị na-akpọ evening tea. Ị ga-esi drop your own comment. All right, over to you, sir.
Fighter. A freedom fighter is only three things that can happen to them. Number one, either you are in the grave, either you are in the prison, or you are in exile. And he is in exile fighting for this freedom. And definitely, this freedom is going to come. So my question goes like this. My PM, please, to the real owners of Nigeria, and most especially, they list Nigeria as a commodity, as a company on their stock exchange. You know the people I'm talking about. They have the real map of Nigeria before they came into Nigeria. Because this is not actually how Nigeria used to be. It was much more different compared to now. Have these people ever reached out to you to try and change your mind or try and stop you from doing what you are doing for the people of Biafra?
Let me answer you. They never reach out to me because Hope Uzodinma and his group assured them that they will handle me. This is the reason.
Okay, thank you, my PM. And also, the next question is, since they have not reached out to you, don't you think that when Nigeria is going to finally disintegrate, because of they have the real map, like one of them, which is the Biafran Treaty in 1884, that was signed that Biafra should continue to remain an independent region on their own, don't you think they will be part of this disintegration? Because when we finally sit on the round table with this zoo government, they will try to tell us, oh, this is not your territory, this is not your territory. Don't you think they will be part of it? And also, how many countries do we need to get recognition before we can finally say, yes, Biafra is not part of the international community? And finally, my last question. In terms of ICJ, we know that there are going to be a lot of collateral damages, most especially Biafrans who own properties outside of Biafran territory. And due to the fact that the current economic situation in that zoo, they are finding it very difficult to sell those properties and convert it into cash or liquid assets. Is the Biafran government going to create some kind of system like to go to ICJ to take every people that eventually comes out from this contraption called Nigeria to get reparations for Biafrans that were not able to get their property and those who their properties have been destroyed? And aside from that, those people, those Biafran who have this money, instead of them supporting the Biafra liberation, they still keep going around building houses, building places in the zoo. Is Biafran government going to have a separate policy to make sure that because of what they did and their continuous sabotage for not supporting Biafra, that the government is not going to fight for them to get any sort of compensation for their property in the current Nigerian state? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your questions are much, but I think I will take them in summary. First of all, I would say that those who will build house in any part of Nigeria from 2nd of December, they are on their own. Those who have property already in part of Nigeria, the government of Biafra will fight and make sure there's reparation or they retain their property. And of course, because you can own a property in any part of the world, including in African countries, many of them have properties in African countries. So those who wish to retain their property can retain, but you must understand that you are going to live in accordance with the law of those, either in Arewa Republic or Duduwa Republic. You must obey and respect their law. because then you are on your own, you are not in Biafra land. So that is number 2. Number 3 is that those who have refused to fund the Biafra liberation, we have a system, a policy that will make them to pay, heavily for the sabotage of not supporting the struggle financially. And one of those ways is taxation. We can develop a taxation system that will make them, if other people are paying 15% tax, they will be paying 25%. So if you have, this example of a policy I'm talking about. So if normal people who were part of the struggle are paying 15% tax, you who never supported it will be paying 25, even 30. So we'll start putting some policy in place to make sure that those people who did not support our struggle in the beginning pay dearly for it. And of course, there are other policies that will be targeted at them. Thank you.
Well, we didn't answer one of the questions. It goes like this. I said, after we declare Biafra, how many countries that we need, that's a good number of countries that is good enough, before we can say Biafra is now part of the international community?
We need to start with,
Thank you.
The declaration already made us part of international community. Number 1 is declaring this Biafra Republic, the restoration of independent state of Biafra in Finland is a recognition, even if they don't openly recognize us. We don't even need that. So we need only one country to recognize us, just one. But I want to tell you that the declaration is a recognition. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, my PM. Thank you. Continue your good work. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, PM. And remember, while the PM was telling us the story about Finland, even Finland, so many nations didn't want to recognize them. But today, we know what Finland is, and that it is Finland we are bringing to Biafra land. Thank you so much, Prime Minister Bon. All right, please, the next person should have been Citizen. Please, Citizen, bear with me. Let me quickly do Biafra Unite because of where he is. Hopefully, he can have network to ask his question. Biafra Unite, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Mazi, Deputy Minister of Information. Please, I want you to kindly bring some other person because I'm putting down my questions to the Prime Minister. Thank you.
All right, go ahead. Okay, I was even afraid of your network. It seems you have a better network. That's good. All right, very quickly, Citizen Dana, please grab the mic, please.
All right, good evening, Mr. Prime Minister, sir. I'm actually speaking from Nigeria, and it's very heavily out here. I don't know if you guys can read it. Am I coming out loud?
Yeah, you're good.
Am I audible?
You're good, please. Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to emphasize again that the Prime Minister, a lot of people admire what you're doing across Nigeria, across Africa, and across the world. Although you might not know this, I want to tell you this. Then I want to also say that your exposition or lecture in your introduction about the independence of Finland, especially as it pertains to government in exile, is very, very laudable because a lot of people who call themselves scholars in this part of the world are very, 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 the idea of a government in exile is a very strange thing to them. So I would appreciate your future and subsequent engagement for you to throw more light about freedom fighting from exile. Then this is my question. Following your media engagement recently and going through your timeline, you have outlined different strategies to getting your freedom, which is diplomatic, political, and then armed struggle. And then some people have also kind of compared you to Joshua and Moses, just like in the days of old, when the people of Israel were crying, "Let my people go, let my people go." And then the Pharaoh did not allow the children of Israel to go. and God visited them with 10 plagues. So what I want to ask you right now is, are the 10 plagues already in place? Is the text that's going to come in a very short time, talking about the lockdown happening in the region, part of the text, which is the plagues of on Egypt upon the country called Nigeria, is it started or is about to start? I just want to find out that.
Sorry, I did not get you. If what is about to start?
I said in the days of Moses, Moses was telling Pharaoh to let my people go, but Pharaoh did not heed the cry of the Israelites, and the God of the Israelites visited Pharaoh and his people with 10 plagues. So what I'm saying that is that the test that's about to happen, which is a lockdown in the region, is it part of the 10 plagues coming upon Nigeria, or the plagues already started with your political, diplomatic, and struggle, and the one that is coming shortly? Is it part of the plagues coming upon Nigeria, or
it is
about to
going to be
happen?
part of the plague that is going to befall Nigeria. And like you say, if you listen to my declaration on the first day I made announcement, I said we are going to test Nigeria. So the plague is about to befall on Nigeria, and one of them is the lockdown of the institution. You know, when we started with our sit at home, a lot of people who don't understand where we are going, we are complaining and complaining. Today, they have embraced it. Today, they are the one bragging how they tell people to sit at home to avoid joining the protest. But they were fighting this sit at home in the beginning. So today they brag about how they tell people not to participate in the protest and all that. But we prepared our people to what is happening today. We can tell them to sit at home for 2 weeks, they will sit at home. And like I have said in the beginning, that even this 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution, you will see our people will even sit at home on their own. They will even not come out, for some certain time, a certain period of time in this 1 month. They will decide not to come out on their own. Even when we say their business, they can go out, they can go to their market, they can do everything. The only thing we are not going to allow is the offices that we are going to list, which is government institutions. And our agenda is to delegitimize them forcefully, because these are the people that are supporting and the killings and the terrorism against Biafra land. So we must fight their source of fund. And so it is a test that we're going to run in this 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra territory. And remember, it is the Nigeria institution, government institution, parastatals and all that will be shut down, completely locked down. Will engage their terrorist bases, will engage their terrorist stations, and so we advise civilians to stay very clear and stay away from anything military checkpoint, anything station, anything barracks. Stay away completely, because the angels will be going around and doing deliverance. Thank you.
Okay, the Prime Minister, honestly, I have a lot of questions to ask you, but I'll end with this one, which is the fact that a lot of political stalwarts in the Southeast region have started the Podemos movement, trying to adopt your sit-at-home order in recent times. Do you have any plans to accommodate them if tomorrow they also hold the back door to identify with your movement by supporting it in any way? Do you have any plans to open your doors to them in the future?
Open my doors to who?
Yes, the politicians are coming on media to talk about the sit at home, why the Igbos must sit at home and not protest. You see a lot of top politicians from the Southeast region coming on the TV, coming on the radio to emphasize.
Let me tell you, that is to show you that everyone who is a Biafran by blood is a Biafran. Most of them today who are shouting Nigeria, Nigeria is because of fear of getting assassinated by the nomadic system of government. It is because of the fear of getting killed. Because if they come and talk about Biafra, they get killed. So, fear of losing their status quo, fear of getting killed, making them to support Nigeria at all costs. So whenever there is any slightest opportunity to do something otherwise, they grab it That's why you see now they are talking about sit at home. Because all of them, you think that if we get Biafra today, they are not going to be coming to beg us to come back to Biafra land? They will beg. They will do everything to come back to reunite with their family. And like I said, as a responsible government, what we are going to do, some of them that will survive, some of them that will survive. I said, some of them that will survive, they will come begging for the reintegration, the unification, and the rebuilding of Biafra nation. And of course, as a government, we'll make our decision then, not now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Citizen Dharma. Thank you, Citizen Dharma. Thank you. Please, the next person, I want to give you microphone. You have the picture of my formidable chief of staff as your DP. I don't know how to mention this name. Is it Kuchi HQ? Please, can you grab the mic? And I'm curious.
Good
Yourself,
evening.
please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, my able Prime Minister. Thank you for all you're doing for us. Thank you so much, and I thank Finland for giving us their support. Because it's very obvious that they love us and we love them too. So my question is, I would like to the media team. I would like to see the symbol of Jamma, our currency. I'd like to see the symbol because Naira have symbol, dollar have symbol. So I'd like to see the symbol of our currency.
Okay, we've had the symbol posted by several times. We will repost it again in case you didn't catch it. We'll post it after this program. We'll see the symbol of a journal. Thank you very much. All right. Veteran Dragon, please, can you grab the mic?
Yeah, thank you, my Deputy Minister of Information and Communication. Thank you, my Prime Minister. I want to salute you for what you are doing for us. We are so impressed with how you have led us thus far. We are so excited. We are very, very happy with you, and we love you for what you are doing for us. The way you stepped in at the right time, when it was as if all hope was gone, and you came in to the scene and changed the entire dynamics. This is indeed the new dimension that our leaders talked about. Nigeria is in disarray. They are running helter-skelter. Because of the declaration that is coming up, Nigeria is now in a state of confusion. How can someone that is far away in Finland cause such confusion in a country that is so far away? I give you my kudos. I salute you. The influence you have on Biafrans. Can you imagine 40 million, over 40 million votes have been casted to tell you, fight for us, deliver us, save us. Therefore, whatever you do to
ndị be anyị daalụli nnenu nke ukwuu ka unu si wee gbaa mbọ wee na-esore n'ife anyị na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ dị iche iche. Ọ bụ ife m chọrọ ikwu bifo ma alapụ unu ka unu tinye alụ nke unu ife uche n'elu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ya bụ ife dịka o si ada and dịka o si akpọtụ n'elu akwụkwọ. Ọ biko wa ajụ m chọrọ ịjụ, biko ndị Igbo ọma na-ege ntị saanụ ya bụ ajụjụ. Ọ ga-edugokwu n'oge anyị akpọ n'ụwa anyị meeting nke ịbụọ jụọ ụwa anyị nwanne anyị nwoke anọ n'ụlọ nke mkpọrọ ebe a ka ọ ya anọzi. Ọ ga-edugo oge onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo ya apụta tinye ebe ya bụ ife ọnụ maka ya bụ ife akaligo Nnamdi Kanu nwere ife o mere n'iru akwụkwọ tosifo ihe ọjọọ mere n'iru akwụkwọ bụ na ọ sị na ọ chọọzi ịbụ onye Naijiria tọsọ yawa bụ ife ọjọọ mere and ndị ọha eze niile ma ndị niile were na-ekwuchara ndị Igbo ọnụ fa nobody is doing something about it. Nobody is doing anything about it. Ife a na-asụ bụ tọsọ ogologo oyibo. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ the leader of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB si na mmegide na-emegide ụmụnne ya dịrị ọzọ ya alụ mma si nye ya Biafra ka ọ na okay to tell you that what that thing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-ekwu n'eziokwu since eji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu check the system of Nigeria till now the system na-ebezi akwa everything is collapsing. Always ewere ife ọ na-aghọta ọ sị gị the more you hold him the more the economy destroyed. He said these things o kwuru ya ekwu ọ bụrụ ife ụmụnne anyị pụta ị na-ekwu bụ kama ka eje yọọ ndị Fulani na mejọrọ ndị Fulani chefuo na ha bụ ụzọ wee mejọ ndị Igbo o nwere ihe ndị Igbo mere ndị Fulani? There's nothing an Igbo man. What if Igbo man mere onye Fulani? Ndị ọha na-eze si na na-eje iyo ndị Fulani about the killings in 1914. Na-ajụ biko o nwere ihe ndị Igbo mere ndị Fulani? First from the jail wee conquer si Hausa niile wee bata ka conquer kwuola n'Igbo ofu onye pụtara bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na nke ama mme na ndị ka ife a adịlọ achọbịa ka egbuo onye Igbo ewere nwanne ya lee ya bụ ife bụ ọ bụrụ ihe nji maka ya wee bịa ma ọ bụrụ na ege ọnụ m n'ife anyị na-ekwu n'iru akwụkwọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu stand with justice, equity and fairness. O when they mebere iwu iche ọ bụla ajụ na-ajụ ya Sunday Igbo ha ọkwa ejidere ya lapụ ya akwa the same thing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-azụ ka ọ na-azụ ndị Igbo kpọọ n'owu na meeting jụọ owu na-ajụ ọgwụ nakọ ha m n'ọnụ daalụ dị na-ekwusi na-esore anyị ọ bụla nke a bụ ụbọchị izu gị na-abịa n'iru akwụkwọ esore na Morning Tea na Eastern News 24 kabaro ka ị subscribe and turn on your notification ka ịlapụ imisi for update dịka anyị na-drop ya n'iru akwụkwọ oge niile daalụnụ ụmụnne m ọgwụ nakọ ha m n'ọnụ